Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. Donald Trump's entertainment career spans decades. He has been a figure in pop culture long before his political rise. From his TV appearances on David Letterman talk show, Drew Barry's talk show, he was spotted in the famous sitcom Sex and the City. He even did a cover for Playboy. He started his own show, The Apprentice, that went on to become a massive hit. Paparazzi has always chased Donald Trump, first as a flamboyant, swanky businessman about town and then as a no-holds-barred politician who became and governed the United States of America for 2 terms now. In 2009, during an episode of The Apprentice, Trump fired Khloe Kardashian, citing her DUI arrest from years prior as a reason for her dismissal. The decision was criticized as being unnecessarily personal and exploitative. Khloe Kardashian later stated she felt humiliated by his remarks, and that's a picture of that very famous controversial episode of The Apprentice, which was the first season of Apprentice that was hosted by Donald Trump. Frequently used the Apprentice platform to escalate his feud with comedian Rosie O'Donnell. He called Rosie O'Donnell disgusting in this episode. He even went on to say that Rosie was unfortunately invited to his wedding. There have been more explosive comments that have come in from Donald Trump during the course of the 14 seasons that he hosted at The Apprentice. He also fired Brand Roderick and made sexist remarks in 2013. Trump faced backlash for inappropriate comments made to a contestant by the name of Brand Roderick. During her elimination, he made remarks about her dropping to her knees, a comment many perceived as sexually suggestive. Critics highlighted that as an example of his disrespectful behavior towards women. In fact, there was another controversy that he sparked during one of his Apprentice shows where he made a remark about Star Jones, the American lawyer and journalist. During a discussion, someone in the room mentioned that the contestants had been sucking up to Jones when she appeared as a celebrity guest on the show. In the boardroom, Jones was not present, and a contestant made a comment to which Donald Trump responded by saying Jones looked much more attractive after losing that weight. This remark led to public backlash, with many accusing Trump of sexism. Let's take a look at his appearances at the very popular Saturday Night Live. Now, Saturday Night Live is one of the most iconic shows on American television and evolves around skits, musical appearances and monologues created by Lorne Michael in 1975. The show format means that it has a different host every week. And there's a picture of Donald Trump who hosted the show twice, once in 2004 and later in 2015, the latter as the presidential candidate. Now, here's a look at Donald Trump's most hilarious appearances, if one may call it so. Now, during his first time when he was hosting it in 2004, Trump appeared in a skit that showed him spoofing his love of selling anything with his name on it, even if it means being surrounded by people in chicken suits. The fake commercial features Trump at the height of his fame as the Apprentice host wearing a bright yellow suit peddling Donald Trump's House of Wings. After making headlines in 2004, the sketch made it back into the news in 2015 during Donald Trump's presidential campaign as well. Now, here's a look at the other picture where he is again participating in a skit in SNL. This was his appearance in 2015 as the host. Trump wears a popular singer Sia's wig. Sia, who was the musical guest in the episode as well, had her face hidden behind one of her signature black and white wigs, which Donald Trump suddenly popped on stage wearing that wig, exclaiming, "Sia, I love this hair." Let's take a look at this another screen grab of his TV appearance. This is a grab from Donald Trump's other appearance in SNL, where he hosted the show in 2015. This was in November. Now, in his monologue, Trump bombastically declared his appearance would be something special. In the monologue, Trump took an aim at Rosie O'Donnell once again, someone he has had a long-term public spat with. He even mocked then Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto and danced to Drake's Hotline Bling. There was another episode of SNL where the show imagined a meeting between Donald Trump and then Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto. The sketch humorously portrayed Trump as abrasive and demanding, insisting that Mexico would pay for the border wall. While Pena Nieto was portrayed baffled by Trump's approach, the sketch was a sharp satire of US-Mexico relations during Trump's presidency. There were also a lot of public TV appearances that Donald Trump made, and let's take a look at that. This was the late night David Letterman show. It was an American televised talk show which was hosted by the very famous David Letterman from the period of 1982 to 1993. Trump has made dozens of appearances on this show during his early career, which was the first time he captured the public eye. Here, in this snapshot of Trump's appearance in David Letterman's show over the years, this is taken from one of Donald Trump's initial appearances in Letterman's hot seat. It took place in 1988. Trump was one of the most established figures in American real estate, and one of the standout moments was when Trump and Letterman discussed Trump's private jet. And Letterman over here seen holding a model of Trump's private jet. And Letterman also, always the wisecrack that he was, made playful jabs at Trump's extravagant lifestyle, including the size and luxury of his airplane. Trump, who was unbothered by this teasing, proudly talked about the plane, joking about the lavish amenities on board. This showed the American public that Trump was able to hold his own despite Letterman's attempt to embarrass him. There was another episode, and let's take a look at that picture where Trump forecasted the future and discussed the possibility of running for president. Although at the moment he downplayed any immediate political ambition and joked about the prospect, Trump expressed his interest in Abu Dhabi and building his business there. In 2009, there was yet another appearance on David Letterman's show, and once again offered his financial advice during the time of an economic uncertainty in 2008 financial crisis. Trump, who was known for his wealth and real estate ventures, shared tips for navigating the financial plight, advising viewers to make bold moves. The episode was mixed humor and serious financial discussion, showcasing Trump's self-assurance amid a challenging economic climate. Then in 2012, Donald Trump made another memorable appearance on the late night show with David Letterman, where the two had light-hearted conversations about neckties. Letterman poked fun at Trump's signature look, his long, colorful ties, and Trump with confidence defended his fashion choices, explaining how important a good tie is to his image. Fast forward to today, where his long trench coat and extended red tie have become a staple look for Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump's appearance on the late night show with David Letterman in 2015, let's take a look at that, was a significant moment as it marked one of his final late night appearances before Letterman retired. His appearance in this episode took place in the lead up to his presidential campaign. Like always, the two engaged in playful banter, with Trump discussing his political ambitions, his candidacy, and certain potentially controversial views as well. After that, Donald Trump made a cameo appearance in 1999 season 2 finale of Sex and the City. In the episode titled The Man, the Myth, the Viagra, Trump plays himself. He shares a brief exchange with Carrie Bradshaw, which was played by Sarah Jessica Parker, at a party. Carrie, the show's protagonist, is surprised to meet him, and Trump is depicted as a charming but somewhat self-absorbed, heightened version of himself. His appearance was brief but memorable, contributing to his public persona as a wealthy, larger-than-life figure. Donald Trump also made an appearance in the second show, episode number 24 of Drew Carey Show in 1997. In this episode, Trump, as usual, plays himself and has a brief but memorable interaction with Drew Carey. In this episode, Drew is trying to impress a woman at his office and in the process seeks business advice from Trump. Donald Trump also made a cameo appearance on Days of Our Lives in 2005. Let's take a look at that picture. He portrayed himself once again for this tiny brief scene where he appeared at a fictional fashion show that was organized by the character Kate Roberts. In the scene, Trump interacts with other characters and gives advice, showcasing a real-life persona as a businessman. His appearance was part of a special crossover that included other celebrities, aiming to attract viewers by leveraging his fame from The Apprentice. He was also at the 2006 Emmy Awards. Donald Trump and Megan Mullally and a memorable appearance together during a comedic sketch. Mulali, who was hosting the segment, joked about Donald Trump's wealth and public persona in a playful manner, while Donald Trump played along with the satire. The segment was part of Emmy Awards' traditional use of celebrity appearances to add levity to the evening, and their appearance was one of the most talked about moments from that year's ceremony. Donald Trump also appeared as the guest of honor at the Comedy Central roast in 2007, and that's a picture of that. And the roast was a televised event where comedians and celebrities poked fun at Donald Trump with jokes about his health, his hair, and his persona. Trump took this humor on his stride, often laughing along with the jabs. His appearance was a mix of self-deprecation and confidence, with him delivering his own comedic lines at the expense of his image. Donald Trump made another cameo appearance in 1992. This was in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, one of the most highest-grossing movies of the time. In the film, Trump appears briefly in a scene at the Plaza Hotel where he has a short interaction with Macaulay Culkin's character, Kevin McCallister. Kevin, who is lost in the hotel, asks Trump for directions to the lobby, and Trump responds with a simple "down the hall and to the left." The appearance is brief but became iconic due to Trump's larger-than-life persona. Donald Trump also made an appearance in the Playboy centerfold featuring Bernola twins in the Playmate of the Year 2000 edition, sparking controversy due to the nature of the publication and the optics of his involvement with it. The 2000 issue of Playboy, the Bernola twins, who were featured as playmates, included a segment where Donald Trump was shown with the twins in a posed, somewhat provocative setting. Trump's inclusion in the magazine raised eyebrows because of his public persona as a businessman and a media figure. With that, we come to the wrap of this segment. Thank you all for watching us on NewsX.